Oh, wrong one. There we go. So I played a little bit with weapons manufacturing, and I saw that it was a little bit awkward on the curve in several different situations. I don't know if it was just me playing the card incorrectly, or if it was just a little bit weird, or maybe I had too many of them. I'm not sure. I've decided to cut the manufacturing package for this list, and I'm going to run this through a league, and I'm going to see how it feels. So we are up to the 4 full Ornithopter Memnite. We've got the full 4 Thought Monitors and Thought Casts, so this is technically an 8-cast deck, I suppose. And, you know, we got 3 Springleaf Drum. I've got a Cranial Plating here as a fun of, and the rest of the deck is just solid stuff. Welding Jar to protect constructs and other creatures, I suppose. Tormod's Crypt to fight against things, you know, Lava Spur Boots, Shadow Spear, which is still the MVP of the whole thing. I decided to keep my existing mana base, so 4 Sinks plus 4 Urza Sagas, 4 Spirebluff Canals, 3 Fiery Islets. Instead of having 2 basic islands, I've got 1 basic island and 1 Otawara now. I don't know, it just felt like I wanted to have an Otawara instead. Sideboard, I couldn't afford the Consigned Memories, actually. This list is already pretty expensive, so I just subbed out the Consigns for Force of Negations and kind of tried to consolidate that slot. I don't know how well that's going to go. I'm probably going to really miss those Consigns today. But the 4 Galvanic Blast seems pretty fun, taking out Clarion Conquerors and the like. I don't know how this is going to work, but I think it's, you know, got powerful cards in it. Kappa Cannoneer hasn't really steered me wrong quite yet, except when I've been beat to death by my own Kappa Cannoneer. That sucked. But I'm going to run this through a league, and I'm going to see how it goes. I will get started with round 1 in just a moment. And yeah, Yuki, I think you might actually be right. Good morning, by the way. I do kind of want to try a Greater Gargadon build. If you've got a list for a Greater Gargadon that you'd like to send to me, please let me know. I tried, what's that card? Oh man, what's that card? Arcbound Ravager. I tried putting that in that slot, but, you know, getting around Clarion Conqueror naturally is just, it's huge. I believe that Greater Gargadon will actually get around Clarion Conqueror, because when it's suspended, Greater Gargadon is a creature card, not a creature on the battlefield, so Clarion Conqueror won't shut off its activated ability. So yeah, I'm really interested in seeing a Greater Gargadon build, for sure. It's just, it's huge. I love it. In fact, let me go ahead and pull that up. Yeah, man. 9-7. Suspend 10 for a single red. Love that. All right. I'll go ahead and get started with the league. Give me just a second. We are on the draw in round 1 versus 𝗟𝗑𝗩𝗘. This hand does what? It's got cranial plating in it. It's got Kappa in it. I'm going to keep it. It's a bit slow, as are all Pinnacle Emissary hands. The hands that don't have Pinnacle Emissary in them, I suppose. Ah, now I've got something to do in turn 1. All right. So I will play Spirebluff Canal. And I'm just going to play my Lava Spur Boots. And I'll throw an Ornithopter down. And is my opponent really going to have Pest Control? It could have Wrath of the Skies. So I'm going to hold this. Although if I play Mishra's Bauble and they have Wrath of the Skies, then I can just pop it. All right. I've convinced myself. They fetched a Meticulous Archive. Kept it on top. They could be on any number of things right now. They could just be playing off-color fetches for blue-white control. They're probably playing some sort of Esper deck. I'd imagine they're going to drop an Overlord of the Balemark at some point. Yeah, see, here's Godless Shrine. That's just a psychic frog? Okay. And I'm not going to crack Mishra's Bauble. I want to hold my stuff for... here we go. That's a land that I really wanted, actually. Do I just fire off Thoughtcast now, or do I drop a Cranial Plating? I think I'm going to drop Cranial Plating. I think I've got enough stuff to do, especially next turn. That I just want that Cranial Plating in play. Hydroelectric Laboratory just bolted in. Wasn't expecting that. They are holding open quite a bit of mana here. Do I just jam this Kappa Cannoneer directly into whatever counter magic they have? Or do I just cast my Mox Opal? Cast my Thoughtcast? Oh, I could also just create a construct, equip it with Lava Spur Boots, and then swing in. That seems pretty good, actually. I might do that. That means I wouldn't have to use any of my cards. I could also just equip Cranial Plating to this Ornithopter. Make them burn resources on this. All right, let's try that. Awesome. Fatal Push on an Ornithopter. Love to see it. And I think I'm just going to hold back. I really don't want to ram this Kappa straight into a counterspell, you know? Yeah, I'm just going to hold back. Thelia Exuberant Shepherd. That can start deleting tokens if they attack with it. They are attacking with it. Perhaps they have another removal spell. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna go ahead and create my construct now. Are they just gonna push it? Yeah, they're just gonna push it. That's fine. I will get my bauble back. I'm not going to pop it. And I think now I have gotten to the point where I need to start casting Kappa. I'm going to grab Shadow Spear off of this. Play out an Urza Saga. And I have 5 mana right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. I would need to spend 2 mana to get Kappa into play. Which means that I do have enough mana to where I can just Thought Cast. And then equip Kappa with the Shadow Spear if I really want to. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I should have saved that Mishra's Bauble. That was pretty silly of me, I think. Oh, wait, no, because now I can equip Cranial Plating and Lava Spur Boots. Are they ready? They evoked a subtlety. They were not ready. I mean, I am just going to put this on top. They're consigning the subtleties of Vote Trigger. All right. I mean, next turn I just have a giant hasty Kappa if it resolves. Overlord of the Baelmerk, that will come into play, that's fine. And they whiffed. Love that. They're going to go ahead and blink their Overlord. Overlord returns. And they got Subtlety, actually. So here's what I'm going to do. I can play Kappa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? They're going to Subtlety it. Yep, there it is. I'm still gonna put that on top, I think. Right on top. I'm gonna play this Fiery Islet. And I can still create a construct as a blocker. Oh, but I needed to wait for Felia. Right. All right. Yeah, I threw that. Oh, I threw that. That sucks. I threw that. I just had to wait for them to attack with the Felia, and then I could have created it, and I could have blocked, like, the Overlord, or probably just the Felia, honestly. Dang, that sucks. All right, well, double Subtlety got them there, and a pretty critical misplay for me, actually. So what do I want to bring in against them? I guess it's more of a big deal of what I want to take out. Tormod's Crypt can come out. Welding Jar, I think I will keep in. Metallic Rebukes, I think, need to stay in for Wrath of the Skies. And I think I do want Force of Negations. So I can take out Cranial Plating, I think. Just want a higher density of stuff that does stuff, you know? And I think I'll take out, like, a single Mennonite here. Thanks for the send, Yuki. I appreciate it. I'll take a look at it later. I would like to be on the play. Thank you. So this hand has lots and lots and lots of card draw in it, but not much else. I can't even actually cast any of the card draw effects in it right now. I'm going to mulligan this. These I can cast. I will bottom one of my thought casts. Otawara comes down, Springleaf Drum comes down, Memnite comes down, Ornithopter comes down, and then next turn I can cast Thoughtcast if I want to. Not a particularly strong hand. My opponent's just being patient. That is a Kappa Cannoneer. Yeah, I'm going to fire off Thoughtcast. And I think I just hold. I'm gonna play my Mishra's Bauble. If I get Wrathed here... Oh, I'm gonna exile my Kappa Cannoneer anyway if I get Wrathed. Because I'm gonna use the Force to counter it. Whatever. I could have probably swung in for a point of damage if I tapped correctly. Okay. This turn, I am going to do a lot of stuff, actually. I could do a lot of stuff here. I think I'm going to lead on Kappa. See if they have the subtlety or the counter for this. That is a subtlety. And they're ephemerating it. I'm going to put Kappa on top. Kappa's a really strong card. And now I still have a blue card for Force of Negation if I need it. In case I get Wrathed out of this game. Whatever card that they found, they kept it on top. Well, it's a black card, so I'm not going to be hit with the Wrath of the Skies. A swamp, I mean. Yeah, that's okay. Ornithopter going down is fine. This Thought Monitor costs 3. So let's just go ahead and do that. And it enters play. I dare you, blink my Thought Monitor. Just do it. Nah, they've got something better to blink. This is an Overlord, isn't it? Yep. Clarion Conqueror, huh? There they go. They're blinking that. I think I am going to trade off here. Even though they can just get it back with the Overlord, it helps with tempo a little bit, I think. Yeah, they got Felly on hand now. And Clarion Conqueror. But that does mean that they are vulnerable to Kappa Cannoneer, actually. And I've got to sink into Stupor now. So I'm going to just slam Kappa Cannoneer. Ooh, let's do this the correct way. And Kappa is down. That is pretty big for me, actually. Elia has come down. If they attack with the Overlord here, and I'm pretty sure they will, do I want to trade off Kappa Cannoneer with Overlord? Let's see what they hit. They've got Quantum Riddler now. I think I will trade off. There comes Clarion Conqueror. And they're warping in Quantum Riddler. Alright, so they drew up to 3. Fiery Islet as a land, huh? Okay, well, here comes Kappa Cannoneer number 2. Just bigger than everything they've got on board now. They could blink it if they wanted to. Wow, another Overlord of the 𝗟𝗩𝗪, huh? That's pretty terrible for me. I don't know, y'all. I don't think I'm winning this. Here comes White Orchid Phantom. I would need to deal lethal, like, this upcoming turn here. I just don't think that's happening. Yeah, they're gonna blink their Overlord now. I will eat their Felia. And I can't do anything else. They've got another Felia, huh? Okay. So let's see what I can do about this. Mox Opal was the rip. That's not a particularly good rip. I think they've got me here. I just kind of sat with this Force of Negation in hand all game, and it really didn't do anything. That sucks. Maybe I should be focusing on their own creatures instead. Bringing in some board wipes, perhaps? I don't know. I think they got me. This Kappa Cannoneer just, they kept it off balance long enough for them to sweep me up. Let's move on to round 2. I'm on the play in round 2 versus Spiritmonger 4391. All right, so what do I do with this hand? I cast Spirebluff Canal, Shadow Spear, or Springleaf Drum, and then turn 2, I hold open Metallic Rebuke with Urza Saga. I guess that's fine. Maybe I should be mulliganing more aggressively, huh? Actually, no, I wanted to cast Springleaf Drum in case I rip a 0. And honestly, Yuki, it's a shame that Blink is Affinity's worst matchup because Blink is Lantern's worst matchup too. Ah, see, my opponent is just doing what my deck does, except better. Wow, 3 zeros, huh? And only 3 zeros this time. They're gonna see what I draw here. And it's an Otawara. I'm not gonna play that. Come on, just like slam a Kappa straight into my Metallic Rebuke. Oh, their own Urza Saga. That's really not good for me. Springleaf Drum, fine. Oh, this looks good. Yeah, man. Let's counter that. That's a 0 for Springleaf Drum. I'm going to play it out. And let me math this out really quickly. I play Urza Saga now. I activate Construct here. Next turn, I activate Construct again. I grab... I don't know. I guess I already have the Shadow Sphere, so I could just grab Mox Opal. So that I can make even more constructs. And I'm still holding open Sink into Stupor in case they rip another Kappa Cannon here. Looks like they're not doing that, though. They're just swinging in. I'm just going to take this. Okay, I'm going to start making my constructs. And that's a Metallic Rebuke. So I can do this. Create a construct here. I can search my deck for an artifact card if I want. They're creating their own construct. Theirs is a 7/7. Which means I would need another artifact in order to make my construct big enough to trample over theirs. I don't know how much that actually matters. I think I will just grab Mox Opal. Mox Opal allows me to play Otawara as a land, equip Shadow Spear to the bigger construct, swing with that construct. Even if this trades off, I think I'm okay with that. They are trading off. They're not trading off. They're going to take the hit. And I'm at 25 now, which is a pretty decent life total. And now I'm also holding open a Metallic Rebuke, thanks to that Mox Opal, in case I need it. They might not be planning on casting any more spells, though. Oh, they are planning on doing something. They got their own Shadow Spear. Looks like they're equipping it. And we are now in a Shadow Spear fight, I guess. They are swinging out. I'm going to fall to 13 if everything stays as is. I'm just going to take it. Didn't do anything else, huh? And I just continue drawing stuff like this. So now I get to search for a different artifact. Do I make it a welding jar? Do I make it lava spur boots? Let's see what happens if I make it lava spur boots. I can equip lava spur boots immediately and still hold open the Metallic Rebuke. I think that actually might be lethal. 8, 15, 23. Yeah, I think that's lethal. So I am just going to do that. Equip here. And I am still holding open Metallic Rebuke. So let's go ahead and just swing out with the constructs only. And I win. Didn't even have to cast that second Metallic Rebuke. That's beautiful. Okay, Shattering Spree. This is what these are in the sideboard for. The list that went into the Pro Tour ran Vandal Blast in this spot. I decided on Shattering Spree instead. Anecdotal evidence had told me that not very many people were bringing in, were overloading Vandal Blast. So I decided to just not even treat that as part of the things that it could do. Do I side out Welding Jar? I'm not so sure I do. Board 4 means that it gets countered when it becomes the target of a spell, I think. So it will counter the replicated parts of the Shattering Spree as well, each individually. Like, it's not like a Chalice of the Void where you can Shattering Spree the Chalice twice. It counters the original copy and then the copy gets through. I could bring in Pithing Needle. I think I'm going to do that. And I think I might actually side out some Metallic Rebukes. Do I side all of them out? Just bring in Welding Jar? Yeah, I'll do that. What does this hand do? This hand is a very fast Kappa Cannoneer, right? Think Ornithopter, Opal, Jar, Springleaf Drum. And that is just turn 2 Kappa. I think I would need one more good draw. I think I'm going to keep it. They're warping in Pinnacle Emissary. I'm just gonna F6 here. Let's let them do their thing. Oh, great. It was only 2. They're going to see what I'm drawing. That's a Fiery Islet. I'm just going to play that. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then, yeah, this is turn 2 Kappa. Let's go ahead and deploy our stuff. I think I will play out my Mox Opal to bluff having Metallic Rebuke here. Bringing it back to the now. It's a shame that this Thought Monitor isn't a Thought Cast. I'd be able to slam that. And they would need something pretty good here, like a 0 that I didn't know of, in order to slam their own Kappa right now. They're not attacking. Well, this smells like a Metallic Rebuke. Oh, I could just kill their board. That's something I could do. If I cast Thought Monitor right now, how much does that cost? It's 1... I got 4 artifacts, so it would be 3 mana total. So 1, 2, 3. Wouldn't even be able to play Kappa. So I can do one of 3 things. I can either play Kappa, I can play Thought Monitor, or I can play Shattering Spree. I think I'm going to hold the Shattering Spree. I think I'm just going to play my Thought Monitor. And if this gets countered, then so be it. There it is. Not going to pay. I will play this as a land. And I'm going to pass turn. Interestingly enough, I could actually kill a Kappa if I top deck a land next turn. Shocking in Steam Vents for them. They are swinging out here. And passing back again, huh? Well, do I want to play out this Ornithopter or no? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's still not enough. I could just Shattering Spree their board and force them to do something. They still have that Pinnacle Emissary in exile, though. I think I'm going to do that. Boop that. Oh, I want to replicate twice. There we go. Shattering Spree. This is a card that I have not seen on the stack in a long time. Lantern used to hate this card because your welding jars really couldn't save stuff. They just target all of your stuff multiple times. Okay, now you've got no board. You need to do something here. They're warping in Pinnacle Emissary. And this gives me a runway to resolve Kappa Cannoneer. Oh, that's disgusting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Ornithopter. And next turn, I just got Cranial Plating on Kappa. That's going to make short work of their life total. They've got another Pinnacle Emissary. That's pretty good. Just hard casting it. I think they're hoping that I don't have anything. But I do have something. I could play this around Metallic Rebuke, but they don't even have blue open, so I'm not even going to bother. I think I'm just going to equip it Sorcery Speed. Okay, and that is exactly lethal. Yeah, Cranial Plating was pretty good there. Kappa Cannoneer was pretty good there. I think that the play of killing their entire board with Shattering Spree, while they were very clearly holding up second Metallic Rebuke, I think that really did something. Shattering Spree already proving itself to be better than Vandal Blast, at least in my opinion. I will start up round 3. I'm on the draw in round 3 versus Golden 91. This hand is a keep. This is a keep. We keep these hands. We keep these hands. Basically, any hand with Pinnacle Emissary that's castable is good, as long as you got stuff to warp in. But, you know, the deck's built to do that, so this is what we do. Maybe I'll draw a Mox Opal and get really crazy. My opponent mulled pretty low. They're at 5 right now. Scalding Tarn, pass. A second Springleaf Drum. So I could play out my Sink into Stupor and play Springleaf Drum. And then next turn, I could do what? Saga, Warp in, Memnite, Welding Jar, Springleaf Drum? Or I could just play Sink into Stupor tapped, and the next turn, Urza Saga, Warp in, Drum, drum Memnite Jar. I think I'm going to do that. I'm not going to pay the 3 life. I'm just going to put it into play tap. They got a Thundering Falls. Well, they could be anything. Maybe not, well, maybe not anything, but they could be a lot of things. Oh, they're Affinity. Okay. So I'm just going to dumpster on the top of them now. Just Affinity with a bad draw versus Affinity with a good draw. Versus Affinity with a very good draw. Let's go ahead and do all of the things that I want to do. Okay, so I can fire off my zeros first. And I just dumped my hand. This feels great. Let's go ahead and cast this other Springleaf Drum. I'm going to tap the Pinnacle Emissary. All right, that was amazing. Thanks, Pinnacle Emissary. Love you. Mwah. And they conceded the match. They just don't want to play anymore, huh? All right. Well, we take those. On to round 4. I'm on the draw in round 4 versus Niku. Do I keep this? This has 5 lands in it and 2 card draw spells. I think I can do better. At least this has Pinnacle Emissary and to warp something in. I will bottom the Thought Monitor because it's just so far away. Opponent skipped their first main phase. Yeah, catch it on the second. There you go. Make your land drop. Okay, so now I get to do everything, right? Let's go ahead and warp this in. That just resolved. That's fantastic. Mox Opal's down. Memnite's down. Mox Opal was a very good rip off the top of the deck. Now I get to hold open Metallic Rebuke and then next turn slam Kappa. Emperor of Bones hit the yard. There we are. This is Grixis Reanimator, probably. Grixis Reanimator doesn't play counter spells, do they? I could test their counter spells by simply hardcasting this Pinnacle Emissary. Or I could beat them to death with the 3 artifacts that I have. Yeah, let's see if that works. Nothing, huh? Just taking the damage. Am I afraid to warp this in? I might be afraid. What am I afraid of? I'm afraid that they're going to do something like a Faithless Looting and then persist in Archon of Cruelty. I think I will actually hold back. I'm winning on this board right now. I'm going to wait for them to tap out and do something proactive. I'm going to counter it. Yeah, there's a Goryo's Vengeance. I really don't want to be hit by a Goryo's Vengeance. Their own Urza's Saga, huh? Well, that's kind of ridiculous, I think. Yeah, you can Thoughtseize me. If they take the Metallic Rebuke with Thoughtseize, then it's the same as if I rebuke it. Except now they lose 2 life and they get to see the rest of my hand. That being said, though, looking at the rest of my hand does kind of suck. Lets them form a plan around what I'm doing. And they did end up just taking the Kappa here. And they're refusing to do anything else. You know what I could do? Is I could swing in with what I've got, right? And then I could bolt myself for this. And then warp in this Pinnacle Emissary. And then unwarp this one. That gives me a little bit more of a clock. And I suppose if they just have it, then they have it. They haven't shown me that they had it so far. Orcish Bowmasters is going to come down, do a little bit of damage. Now they need to do something pretty big here. They would need to both put a monster into the yard and reanimate it. Off of 3 cards in hand. I'm not saying it's impossible. Just saying it's difficult. They are holding back here. Okay, and I have my own Kappa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is actually enough stuff to play Kappa and then also hold open Rebuke. So I think I will do that. And I'm going to hold back. I'm not in any real risk of dying right now. I'm just going to let Kappa do the job that Kappa does best. They bend to Polluted Delta. They've got 2 cards in hand. Urza Saga's going up to 3. Oh, they're cycling Vexing Bauble. That is a desperation play if I've ever seen one. Tutor up Vexing Bauble off of Urza Saga and then immediately pop it using the mana that you tapped Urza Saga for. That's terrifying, I think. Yeah, I'm not gonna let you have the card. Why can't I block with this? Oh, it can only block creatures with flying, right? So I could let them dump their whole hand to kill this Kappa Cannoneer. And then they still have the Psychic Frog, though. I think I'm just going to block with Pinnacle Emissary. Now they need to dump 2 cards just to keep it. And I still have Metallic Rebuke held up this entire time. That's a Dreams of Steel and Oil. That's not particularly good for them in this situation. And that's a Goryo's Vengeance that they dumped. And they will keep their Psychic Frog alive. Okay, well, it's time for me to do a thing. It's time for me to do a thing. I'm gonna go ahead and warp this in. And there we go. I got the win. I would have been able to hold open Metallic Rebuke off of the Pinnacle Emissary, the Mem Knight, and the Fiery Islet, and I would have been able to swing for Exacxies. This Kappa Cannoneer would have been 6. These 3 drones would have finished the job, I think. Okay, well, we navigated that pretty well. Let's go ahead and see what we can do about their post-sideboard plans now. I'm expecting Meltdowns. I'm expecting... not Clarion Conquerors, fortunately. They're not playing white. I could bring in Blood Moons, but I don't think that's really where I want to be against this deck. I think I want Force of Negations. I don't want to side out my Metallic Rebukes. Those are really good. I do think I want to side out some of the fluff, though. Cranial Plating can go. Tormod's Crypt stays in. Welding Jar can go. And maybe I side out, like, a Mem Knight. There could have also been an argument for siding out one of the draw effects, maybe. Yeah, keep. Don't Thoughtseize me. Please don't Thoughtseize me. You're going to be very sad if you Thoughtseize me. It's going to suck for you. Yeah, Basic Island. Here we go. Preordain. One top, one bottom. Drew the card they kept on top. Into Kappa Cannoneer. Oh, God. Okay. So I'm going to play my Spirebluff Canal. I'm going to warp in this Pinnacle Emissary. And then I'm going to dumpster their sorry butt. Dumpster, 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 dumpster. Cast my zeros. Cast my zeros. Cast my zeros. My zeros are cast. I will upkeep Bobble them. Goryo's on top. Polluted Delta is their play their land for turn. They're just preordaining again. And now they would need something like Subtlety in order to stop me. Oh, that's another Mem Knight. Okay, so how can I do this best? I can bolt this in, and I think I will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm still able to swing in. I can save the Mem Knight for Pinnacle Emissary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And yeah, I can even save Mem Knight for Kappa Cannoneer next turn. All right, there we go. They're fetching with their Polluted Delta. This Tormod's Crypt is going to stop the worst of what they can do. It's not going to stop everything. They binned a Thundering Falls off their Raucous Theater. They still got 7 cards in hand. Goryo's Vengeance is still sitting in there. And hello, Maze. It's nice to see you in chat. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, I'm doing quite a bit better than match 1 this time, just not making so many silly mistakes, I think. And I just drew powerful hands. Pinnacle Emissary into 4 zeros into Kappa Cannoneer is a pretty damn good start. And they are on a 2-turn clock. They need to do something between this turn and next turn, because otherwise I just kill them. Shaman. Yeah, Fable of the Mirror Breaker, you got it. Don't know how much I care about that. That doesn't make Fable uncounterable. I think I will just cast Thought Monitor right now. That's a artifact for Kappa. Okay. Let's go ahead and swing in like this. They're taking 10 off this attack. And I'm still bluffing a counterspell here. Even if they manage to wipe my entire board except for Kappa Cannoneer with something like a Meltdown maybe, all I have to do is Memnite, swing in for lethal. A Mount Doom, huh? I mean, you kind of had to make me have it. Actually, can I survive a hit from this Emrakul? I don't need to. I'm just gonna exile their graveyard. All right, and they had no counterplay to that. Swinging in with the Goblin Shaman, I'm just gonna take it. Am I gonna take it? I'm not gonna take it, because a hit from Emrakul would actually kill me. Shocking in Blood Crypt, huh? I mean, yeah, they're doing everything that they can. That's fine. Just go ahead and cast a Mishra's Bauble, make Kappa unblockable. And then swing out. And they're dead multiple different ways here. Urkel's Recall, huh? No. Sink into Stupor, coming in clutch. That was great. Okay, that was really fun, actually. Let's go ahead and move on to round 5. I'm on the draw in round 5 versus Cardigan. Do I want to keep this? This hand does what? I can hold open Metallic Rebuke on turn 2. Got a lot of draw effects in it. Only a single Ornithopter to hold things down. I'll keep it. I'm not excited about it, but I will keep it. My opponent mulled to 6, and they're just starting off with a much better hand than I am, I think. Maybe my decision to keep this slower hand is not going to pan out. I'm running into a lot of Affinity in the leagues today. I drew another Springleaf Drum, which I don't love, actually. Just kept a slower 7 than them. They're going to draw up to 4 cards here. They play an Ether Spellbomb. I guess they could bounce my Ornithopter if they really wanted to. And they're not doing anything else. Okay. Firebluff Canal is my drop here. So I could hardcast this Thoughtcast and hope to hit a 0 so I can continue to hold open Metallic Rebuke. Or I can just do nothing. I think I'm not going to just do nothing. They have their own rebuke. Well, I can't rebuke back. Alright, that's all I could do that turn. I'm just one piece of material short. It's possible I just get beat to death by their Saga constructs now. Oh, they've got an Emery in their main, huh? Oh, they're on a bigger blue build. Okay. Cycling their Ether Spellbomb, drawing a card. Alright, well, if I draw a 1-0 or a land here, then I will just slam Kappa Cannoneer, just like this. And that just resolved. They missed their land for Urza Saga, which I think is what they were trying to find off of that cycle of their Ether Spellbomb. And this is really good for me. They made no constructs out of that Urza Saga. They grabbed a Mox Opal. They're really struggling for mana over there. If they have their own Kappa, they can cast it right now. But it looks like they're just casting Tamiyo instead. Alright, well that's one card drawn this turn. Mox Amber. Wow, they really need the mana. I mean, that Mox Amber was live anyway, right? But now they are doing something. Are they warping in their Pinnacle Emissary? Is that what they're doing? Yeah, it looks like that's what they're doing. Okay. Steam Vents tapped. Passing turn. Still poking me with these drones. That's annoying. And I think I'm just going to try and hit them harder. This Thought Monitor is 2 and a blue. I'm just going to play Thoughtcast first. And let's go ahead and warp this in. And now I will play Thought Monitor. I'm going to tap my Pinnacle Emissary to do this. Gonna draw 2 more cards here. Okay, and that is a Mem Knight. That gives me more stuff. Okay, I just really popped off. That was cool. I could shock in the Sink into Stupor. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to play it tapped. Nah, I'm not going to pay the life. Swing for 10. Pinnacle Emissary will go away. That's fine. And now I can rebuke anything if they play something sufficiently large. I cannot rebuke a Kappa Cannoneer. Can I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As it stands right now, I actually could. Oh, they're just playing Emery. Yeah, you got it. I guess if they had drawn a land... No, they would have needed more than that. They would have needed, like, land Opal. And then they could have made an attempt at bouncing my Kappa Cannoneer. I think they're on the back foot here. Yeah, they just got Mishra's Bubble. I had attempted to make a deck like theirs at some point. I discovered that Tamiyo and Emery were a bit slow, and them not being artifacts was actually a really big deal. So I decided against going the Tamiyo, Emery, Mox, Amber route that they're taking right now. I mean, I'm going to block here, and I'm just going to take the 3, I think. Oh, I could have killed their Tamiyo. I could have killed their Tamiyo if I had just blocked all of the things, huh? Okay, that's only drawing 2 cards. Alright, let's see what they draw. It's gotta be something good. Because I'm just gonna warp in this Pinnacle Emissary. And that should be game. Here we go, swinging in for 11. Nope, they just let it go through. Okay, I'll take that win. I could have killed the Tamiyo, Thought Monitor, and I had 2 drones. I could have just thrown everything in front of Tamiyo and it would have died. Or it would have made them, like, have to... I don't know what they could have done to draw a 3rd card there, but it was a misplay on my side. Fortunately, it didn't cost me anything. So it's Big Blue Affinity. I mean, Shattering Sprees are good, right? They get around counter magic pretty well. I've been siding out this cranial plating a lot. It's just, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about cranial plating. I feel like it might just be a little bit win more. Tormod's Crypt is kind of relevant. Pithing Needle, I think I might want. If I'm bringing in Pithing Needle, I might not want Tormod's Crypt. I want Lava Spur Boots and Shadow Spear. Do I want the Metallic Rebukes? They're going to generate quite a bit of mana very quickly. And I'm going to be on the draw. I think I'm going to take out the Metallic Rebukes and the Cranial Plating. I'm going to bring in Shattering Spree and Pithing Needle. I don't want to side out any zeros in this matchup because I want to be able to go pretty fast too. What does this hand do? This hand does a whole lot of nothing, I think. I'm going to mulligan. This hand does something. I will keep it. Do I want the second Sink into Stupor? I don't know if I want the second Sink into Stupor. Any artifact off the top that's like a 0 or a 1 drop will allow me to turn on Mox Opal. And that means I just have turn 1 Urza Saga. That's pretty good. They know what I'm going to be drawing here. Now I know what I'm going to be drawing. That is a Fiery Islet. That is notably not a 0 or a 1 drop artifact. I think I'm just going to play it and I'm going to hold everything. They're surveilling with Thundering Falls here. They kept it on top. Their own Urza Saga. That's pretty good for them. Springleaf Drum. And a Tamiyo. I've got a Thought Monitor now. I think I'm just going to play Urza Saga. And I can't really do anything else. I'm going to pass. Like, sure, I could drop Ornithopter and Mox Opal there. I don't know if that's correct to do. Blood Moon, huh? Yeah, okay, you got Blood Moon, that's fine. They Blood Mooned me. That actually might be a real problem because it means these Urza Saga constructs are going to pop off now. Means I don't have blue for my Kappa until I get Mox Opal online. I have another Urza Saga, though. I think I will play that. I'm just so far away from everything now. And I'm still not drawing a lot of stuff here. That Blood Moon had to be timed exactly then in order to be good, but let me tell you, it was pretty good when it was timed exactly then. It was pretty damn good. And I think I might have just fallen too far behind in order to catch up. A Pinnacle Emissary, huh? Well, that changes a lot of things. I'm going to warp that in. And that just resolved. Leading on Mox Opal here. And I'm really trying to think. I could Thought Monitor here. Right? 5, 4, 3. Not quite yet, actually. I would need to drop Ornithopter first. I need to drop Ornithopter first if I Kappa or Thought Monitor, so I'm just going to do that. And I think I'm just going to do Kappa. I think I'm just going to Kappa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'll leave a drone up, I suppose. Oh, I could have left multiple drones up because I could have played the Sink into Stupor as a land. All right, well, that was a bit of a misplay, I think. All right, I got a decent amount of stuff off of that. They're just going to start creating constructs. Thoughtcast has hit, Tamiyo transforms. Basic Island again, huh? I think there's a good chance that I literally just go after Tamiyo with this Kappa Cannoneer. Let's see what else they've got going on. Warping in a Pinnacle Emissary, huh? Yeah, that's gonna be trouble. Oh, they have their own Kappa. That's unfortunate. Now I'm gonna have to spend time figuring out how to handle this. I mean, I have the resources necessary to handle it. It's just annoying. Maybe a little more than annoying with this huge construct here. And they are swinging in with the huge construct. I'm not going to chump block with my own Kappa. Just kind of hope I draw a land. A Mox Opal would be pretty good. Thoughtcast. Thoughtcast, huh? No, I need to answer Kappa. I don't need to be messing around. Let's just go ahead and answer it. Okay, that's down. I am actually going to attack Tamiyo. I'm going to take it off the table. Drones can't block Kappa. They can only block creatures that have flying. And I'm going to rely on this Ornithopter to hold down the fort. Thoughtcast has come down. They got another Urza Saga. They're doing something big here. They're doing something really big here. Looks like they found another Kappa Cannoneer. I think I might lose this, actually. I think there's a very good chance I lose this. I probably could have handled some stuff, but that Kappa Cannoneer coming down, man, that hurt. I will block like this. I found a Memnite. So what can I do? I can warp in Pinnacle Emissary. I can cast Memnite. And then I just hope that my opponent doesn't have enough stuff to make Kappa Cannoneer lethal. If I play a Thoughtcast right now, then I would have to draw into exactly Shattering Spree plus land or opal or something. I don't think that's particularly as a good thing to do. I think I'm going to take this line. Just going to hope for the best here. Interestingly enough, a cranial plating would actually be really good here, right? Okay. Memnite has come down. Okay, Kappa Cannoneer's at an 8/8. That's pretty big. That's not big enough to solo, so I think I will swing in with Kappa and one drone. They do take the trade there. All right, now I've got 3 drones to their 1 drone. I've got 2 chump blockers for construct token. Although I guess I can just make another one right here right now. So I need to keep both of my blockers now. All right, their Kappa's at a 6/6. I need Kappa to not become a 10/10, which means that they need to not be able to draw 3 more artifacts. So they have Urza Saga that they could activate. They have Pinnacle Emissary that they can warp in. Those 2 cards alone, I guess not really cards because they'd still have 2 cards in hand actually. That would bring Kappa up to an 8/8. If they have any artifact that they could cast after Pinnacle Emissary, I think I die. They're creating the construct. That's 7/7. They can still warp in Pinnacle Emissary here. They'd have to tap their drone token to do it. They might be struggling, though. They're tapping their construct, presumably for red for this Pinnacle Emissary. And that is 8. If they have a 0, then they win. But they don't have the 0, it looks like. Okay, so this means that I am going to block here. Oh, wait. Reset the blockers on that. This guy can block here. this guy can block here. Oh, no. This guy can block here. All right, so that's blocking that. That's blocking that. I can't block this. They're not attacking with their drone. I faulted 2. I faulted 2. Just making sure that these are blocking correctly. Okay, we're good. And that's all they had. Mishra's Bauble was a really good pickup. I think that alone makes this lethal. But I am going to fire off Thought Monitor just in case. And that's a Mishra's Bauble. Okay. I could have warped in Pinnacle Emissary. I just chose not to. Trying to think of if they have anything else. They would need a free answer to Kappa Cannoneer that gets around Ward. I think I'm just going to swing in. 11, 11. All right, we're good. Wow, that was a lot. That was a lot. Had to be very specific because I do not want to make some sloppy misplay that will cost me that. I'm quite impressed that I actually won that game. I really thought like the whole time, I'm behind. I'm not going to be able to do anything. And then I just saw an out like on turn 6 and I started going for it. Took a little bit of luck. My opponent needed to not top deck like a Mishra's Bauble or a Mox Opal or something like that. But I was able to pull it through regardless. So I'm having a lot of fun with this deck. I don't know what to tell you. It's a fun deck. I like playing Affinity. It's great to play. And I'm doing well with it, actually. 4-1 for this league, 4-1 for league number 1, and 2-3 for league number 2 means that I am 10-5 with this right now, which is not like a super duper fantastic record, but compared to what you've seen on the channel lately, it's pretty damn good. I think I kind of like not having the weapons manufacturing package in the deck. I think that the most powerful thing that this deck can do is Kappa Cannoneer. Just hands down, every single time I see Kappa Cannoneer and it just enters play, it's just like, ah, oh, yes, I get to win this game now because Kappa Cannoneer is essentially hexproof, essentially unblockable, and essentially just absolutely freaking massive. So I wanted to make it so that Kappa Cannoneer could be as good as it could possibly be, and that Pinnacle Emissary could be as good as it could possibly be. And I think that meant going up on Memnites and Ornithopters, going up on Springleaf Drums, and dropping the weapons manufacturing package. I'm going to do something similar to this going forward, I think. I might dilly-dally around with a couple of other things. I know that Yuki has sent me a list with weapons manufacturing and Greater Gargadon that looks really interesting. And I might want to try that, actually. That seems like it would be a lot of fun. But yeah, this deck's great. It's powerful. I didn't make it. Someone else made it. I made some changes to the list based off of what I thought would be really fun for me to play, and it worked. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. I appreciate it. Maze in Space, thanks for tuning in. Yuki, thanks for tuning in. I've still got 5 people who are here. Thanks y'all for tuning in as well. I appreciate it. Thanks to the 93 people on YouTube at least who tuned in, realized I wasn't playing Lantern and losing, so they just took off, I guess. I appreciate the view regardless. I don't know, I'm enjoying myself now. I haven't enjoyed playing Magic in a decent chunk of time, actually, but ever since switching to Affinity, I've had a good time. Okay, I will not be releasing any more videos. I think 4 videos in a week is a lot of videos for somebody who has a job and a family. So I will be back next week with probably more Affinity. I'm having a great time playing this.